Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. I hope you're doing very well. So today I'm here to do a full face of makeup while getting to know me a little bit. So the first video I ever did for this channel is a kind of get ready with me, get to know me kind of video, but I think because it was my first video I was very nervous. I didn't know what to really say, but now I feel like I have a bit more confidence kind of in front of the camera, and I feel like, you know, let me just talk to you guys a little bit about myself because I've gained a couple of new subscribers kind of along the way. I mean, at the moment, this is what, August now, so we're in the 8th month, and I've been doing this for 8 months, and I'm on 67 subscribers, which for me is really awesome. I know to a lot of people that's probably like, that's really shit, but to me, honestly, I'm just like so happy that I have that, and I'm always happy to welcome more. So if you haven't subscribed already, I will be saying at the end of video, because I'm not that big on people saying to subscribe at the beginning if you haven't seen any of my content. So let's get on with the makeup. I have a couple of new products that I want to use as well, which will not be the main kind of factor of the video. So yes, in case you don't know my name, my name is Amina. Ewok is not my real last name, in case anyone wanted to know. If you don't know what an Ewok is, I mean, if you haven't seen a Star Wars movie, yeah, they're characters from Star Wars, and obsessed with Ewoks. If anyone who knows me very well, they know my obsession with Star Wars, and they know I'm a really big Star Wars fan, and everyone will know that Return of the Jedi is like my favourite Star Wars movie. I grew up watching that. But yeah, my name is Amina, so I am 32 and I live in London. I've been in London my whole life. Grew up in East London, so essentially, for people who don't really know London or know the UK very well, you know, when the UK held the Olympics, I literally lived around the corner from there. So I didn't live too far from, you know, the real East London, as you can call it. Yeah, I've had a very big family. Obviously I'm not going to talk about them on my channel because that's like an invasion of privacy, which, you know, a lot of people really probably wouldn't want me to talk about them on my channel, especially to people who don't know anything about me. But yeah, I have a very big family. I have two brothers and a sister, and I am the baby of the family. And you know, growing up in kind of like a Muslim household in England is very kind of what you would think it is. So a lot of people, you know, I grew up kind of in, you know, a strict household where I wasn't really allowed to kind of go out a lot and hang around a lot with my friends. I wouldn't say I was like forced to stay home, because not at all. Like, I had it quite well compared to, you know, some people that I know. Like, you know, I was able to kind of, well, older as I got, I kind of started to socialize a bit more because I became quite a rebel. But yeah, growing up in, you know, East London, really big family. Like, I really have a big extended family as well, but we're all like really close, and I love my family, they're fantastic. And yeah, we all kind of live in London. I have family kind of like everywhere, everywhere, but in a lot of places in the UK. But we're originally from Pakistan, so my granddad came here when, I'm not even sure how old he was, but he came here when I believe he might have been kind of like in his teenage adult years, possibly. And then obviously got married to my grandma, and then they came to the UK when my dad was born. But yeah, like, that's where we're originally from. And you know, I know a lot of people are like, oh, you don't look it, and I'm like, I know, trust me. I literally have been told that every day of my life when someone's like, oh, you don't look like you're Asian. And I'm like, okay, but does the typical Asian mean, you know, I have dark skin, I have like, I know my name is, you know, an Arabic name, yes, but then, you know, a lot of people have, you know, names that adapted from different cultures and everything. You know, a lot of people think I was like Turkish, or someone even thought I was Scottish, which is a bit weird. I'm not sure how you can look Scottish, or how you can, you know, look Turkish. I'm not really sure how you kind of take that aspect, but yeah, growing up in East London and yeah, just did the whole normal kind of like primary school, secondary school, you know, college, university, and then yeah, where I am now, like I mean, well, bit about kind of if you have seen any of my previous videos, you know that I'm a big music fan, I'm a comic fan, a big fan of films. If you haven't seen any of my Makeup Movie Mondays, check them out because they're quite interesting, I guess. I mean, I've done 3 already. The next one's going to be coming out on Monday, which I haven't filmed yet, but I am planning to obviously do that. And yeah, I mean, music has been a very important part of my life, and you know, music for me has always been kind of number one in that aspect, because I feel music just has that more kind of special kind of meaning, you know, like the lyrics and the band itself. Like, you guys know, if you've seen my videos, you know who my favorite band is. Don't think I need to mention them, but if you haven't, it's Led Zeppelin. They are like the greatest band in the universe. If you don't know who they are, if you are familiar with the old Top of the Pops, if you're even old enough to know what Top of the Pops is, the old entrance music, intro music, that's like Whole Lot of Love and stuff like that. But a lot of people, you know, they're most famous for Stairway to Heaven, which like a lot of people obviously do know if you like the whole rock genre. But if you're not too familiar with them, just trying to think how people would really know who they are. Oh yeah, Immigrant Song from the Thor Ragnarok. So the song, which essentially is quite prominent in that film, that's Led Zeppelin. So if you like that song, then you probably will like them. Yeah, but yeah, music is like a really big staple of my life. God, I remember when I was about 4 or 5, you know, growing up in the 90s, there were so many like different bands out there that I would listen to. I remember growing up, and obviously like REM and Blur and Oasis are like the top bands that I remember the most. I'm just unpeeling my palette because I thought I had unpeeled it, but I didn't get all the way there. But yeah, music is very special. Obviously, watching tons of movies. I go to the cinema all the time when I was younger. I don't really, well, obviously not during lockdown, but beforehand, I kind of trailed off to off the cinema a bit because just, you know, hating people talking in the cinema, which is one of my biggest pet peeves in the whole world. But I guess you can't really do much about that. Actually, I'm going to quickly talk about this palette. So I got this palette like yesterday. I had no idea what the contents was like because I don't think I had any data on my phone at the time, or no signal, and I just picked this out on a whim. Nearly dropped it. It's quite a cute palette. I'm very excited to try it. Oh, there's a bit of plastic on there. There you go. They're all quite reminiscent of like the Huda Beauty, like the neon palettes, but we're going to get this on. Actually, no, I just remembered. Have a Prime and Lock eyeshadow primer. Yes, I need to try this out. It's the first time I'm trying this. Right, so what else? Yeah, I mean, I went to university and studied journalism. I got absolutely nowhere with it, even though I did pass. So I got my BTEC, no, sorry, my bachelor's. Sorry, I have a bachelor's in journalism. I did not really pursue it because I think it got to a point towards the end where I was just like, I'm not really that interested in journalism anymore. I have no idea why, but I think it might have just been, you know, I felt like I was a little bit, I did quite badly, even though I passed, essentially, because a 2-2 is a pass. But I think the whole just like enjoying it and even knowing if I was going to find a job at the end of it, in all honesty, I don't, you know, I tried to find a job at university. I was at the end of university for like journalism, but I think I just lost the kind of passion for it when I was. So I'm just trying to tap this out so it isn't too much on my eyelid. I'm gonna see if this does anything for my eyeshadow at all. This got recommended by Robert Walsh, so we'll see if he is right. I mean, he's always right because he's a great makeup artist, so I'm just gonna let this settle for a bit. But yeah, thinking of like journalism now, I mean, there's so many different aspects that I know I could have gone on to, like, you know, writing about film and music, and that passion for me has not gone. But I think just that the studying and everything around it, I just got to a point where I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Um, and that doesn't say that I don't ever want to pursue it in the future. I mean, there's stuff that I'm doing towards it now, like in my new job. But then in that aspect, I've worked quite a few retail jobs. I started working at pretty much like one of the most famous comic book shops in the world, like Forbidden Planet. I was there for about 8 years, and I got to a point where I was like, I need to steer away from retail because, like, no offense to anyone who works in retail at all, for me, I was just like, look, retail is not what I would see in the future. Just because, I mean, as much as I like talking to people and dealing with people, sometimes the whole retail aspect is just, some people are just not very nice when you know you're in retail, because they feel like they have this kind of hierarchy, um, because you're on the other side. I mean, if you've worked in retail, you would know what I mean. People just expect you to do everything for them because, you know, you work there, when there's just like that whole lazy aspect. I'm just realizing some of the eyeshadow on this is gone onto my eyelid here, but I don't think it's too bad. Just gonna carry on. But yeah, I worked in Lush for a while, so when I started this channel, I was working in Lush, but now, but then actually no, let me kind of go back a bit. So when I was working in Lush, I kind of started to volunteer at a charity. I've done a video on my channel about my volunteering and about kind of my kind of passion towards ending, you know, domestic violence and honor-based violence. So if you want to check those out, please do, because they are very important videos, especially during in times like now when women are home and they're very vulnerable, and, you know, their partners or whoever the perpetrators, you know, feel they can take advantage more at this time. So yeah, please check out those videos if you are new and you haven't seen them, because I feel important. But yeah, I just got this kind of passion towards wanting to help women when it comes to domestic violence, and just wanting to be a person who would stand up for women, and obviously not like by myself, but in the aspect of wanting to spread the word and wanting to talk about it so people just don't ignore these things. So yeah, that is kind of I did volunteering for like 6 months, I think, at one place, but I did like a couple events here and there, you know, for like cancer and things like that. So that was a lot of fun. And then now my full-time job, I work for a women's charity, and it's very important to kind of know that we can make a difference. I know this video, getting to know me, is getting quite deep, but I feel like, you know, having some kind of platform to like talk about things so the things aren't ignored, to like talk about them and just, you know, spread the awareness. Oh my god, I'm just testing out this eyeshadow and it's just kind of breaking apart. But yeah, a little bit more about me. I have mentioned this a few times, but yeah, I'm married, yay. And with my husband, we've been together, like this year it's going to be 7 years that we've been together. We've just celebrated our 2-year wedding anniversary, which I spoke about in the video as well. I think it was only like, what was it, like 2-3 weeks ago that I spoke about it, because in that time when we were celebrating, I moved to my current location. So I talk a bit about our anniversary in that one, about our wedding day, if you want to check that out. But yeah, that's kind of, I feel, I'm not sure what else I can really talk about without revealing everything about my life, because I'm sure you guys probably, well, I can't talk about everything in my life, but yeah, that's kind of it really. We don't have any kids at the moment, so hopefully one day we will. Where we are at the moment is very nice. It's nice, and yeah, everything so far in, you know, life there are struggles, and I know I suffer a lot from, you know, anxiety, which I've spoken about before, and just, you know, it's just life having, you just have to get on with with, you know, living. And that sounds really weird the way I'm just saying these things. Just get on with your life. um, in the aspect of doing what you love, doing what you care, because I feel as I've grown older, you have to understand that you just get one life to kind of do the things that you want to do, be with the people that you want to be with. Um, yeah, I mean, if you guys want to know any more about my love life or life in general, go ahead and ask. You know, I'm not really afraid to hide anything. If there's things that I feel like I don't want to talk about on the internet, I won't do it. But if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And I did kind of the ask me anything on my Instagram, and I got a couple of kind of replies that I wanted to add in this video, but I feel like maybe if I do a Q&A later on, I could add those here. So I'm just gonna add the lips. Oh god, this lipstick is from Model Zone. So I did like a mini haul at a beauty outlet about a week ago, and I bought this. I think it's like £1, and this is called Candy Cane, and it literally has mint in it. It's so weird. I can feel it like tingling on me. I mean, this is quite nice. It's not doesn't match with my eyes at all, but if you guys have seen my videos, you know I like to use a lot of red. What I'm gonna do now, where's it gone? I'm gonna try an eyebrow pencil. I know I've done this all completely in the wrong order, but I want to just test this out to see if I'm actually any good at doing my eyebrows. So I want to just see if I can do this without messing up. I'm not sure I know what I'm doing, because I was told that I should really fill in my eyebrows. So what I'm gonna do, and I've got this in the shade dark brown, no, deep brown. So I'm pretty sure my eyebrows are deep brown and not just like black. But the eyeshadow I'm really loving. I'm really into green shades. Like essentially my favorite color is red. And then we've got purple. Oh god, I feel like I'm a lot of the Joker. Oh god. I think I might have to chill out on the red a little bit sometimes, because I feel like Heath Ledger or Jack Nicholson, not Jared Leto. Not that one. I think I need to watch some videos on how to do my eyebrows, because I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I feel like I've done it a little bit. I might look a little bit crazy. There's a little spoolie on the end of this. I'm gonna see if this does anything, because I have super crazy eyebrows, and I don't get them done or anything because I just can't be bothered. But this is not too bad. Yeah, I feel like they feel a bit more full. If that makes any sense. But anyway, I've been rambling on way too much, guys. If you've managed to get to the end, well done, because I know I chat a lot of rubbish, but I really like this eyeshadow palette. I'm really gonna like give it another go. But yeah, that is kind of me in a nutshell. I don't feel like, again, I've been able to talk to you so much about myself, but again, I will do a Q&A in the future. I just need people to ask me questions. And so far I've not had anyone do that, but yeah, that is my video. This is my finished look. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed already, please do, and please like the video if you did enjoy it. Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe again, like I just said, because I'm a rabbit. A rabbit? What? No, I'm so tired. I've had like the longest day. I'm a parrot. But anyway, don't forget to subscribe, because I upload videos every time I get a chance to. And thank you so much for watching. I'm not a rabbit, but I will see you very soon. Bye, guys.